Hi guys, welcome back to the Crew Family Philippines.
Hello everyone, welcome to the Crew Family Philippines.
This is beautiful Aragel.
This is Aragel.
And this is not so beautiful Monty. So today we're going to be talking about what? You had a subject here you want to talk about.
We'll be talking about how you treat your Filipina.
Whether you treat her like a wife
or
a maid or a healthcare provider.
Anyway, please bear with us until the end of this video. Thank you. So let's start.
Okay, so some guy made a post that ticked you off. What happened?
Yeah, and there's a friend of ours shared the story from this guy who posted on social media. And he said, oh, my wife does everything what I tells her to do, and she's a Filipina.
Well, how did that make you feel?
It feels myself that we are down.
Makes you feel low, like you're not an equal partner, like you're just a slave.
Yes, exactly.
And
it humiliates to the Filipinos as well.
Yeah, humiliates the Filipinos. I was going to say us, the Filipinos, but I'm not Filipino.
Yeah, what?
I'm growing one. But yeah, I mean, that's just a terrible way to depict the person that you're with, that you're sharing your life with. It should be your equal, and everything should be on the same level. I never tried to treat Aragel like she's less than I am. I mean, she's smarter than I am most of the time. But so what else did that make you feel?
It feels the Filipino that looks bad. Okay. And we really don't know what's the reason why he posted it. But one thing for sure, we know that he looks good to everyone.
He feels like he's the big shot, and she's just there.
And especially when he's with a Filipina.
Right.
And he wants to show off to the foreigner as well that he looks better than anyone else.
I don't think that makes him look better. I think it makes him look terrible. But anyway, that's just my opinion.
That's true.
And we all have opinions. And, you know, we get a lot of flack for our age gap relationship. We're 37, 38 years difference. And, you know, it's not about our age. It's not about this or that. It's about how she treats me and I treat her. I mean, look at me. I've had a stroke. I've had 2 strokes, a heart attack, and I'm not the man I once was. But she still treats me the same. You know, she still loves me the same. And that's the difference, I think, between, I'm not going to say a foreigner woman, an American woman. I'm just going to say my ex. She wasn't even from the USA. So I can't even say that, you know, it's an American woman. She just didn't treat me well, and that was just the opposite of that. That was where a foreign woman treated an American man like crap, and didn't really care about anything but herself. And still that way, I believe. But so, what would be your advice to a foreign man, maybe an American or a European or Australian, that wants to come over here and date a Filipina? How should he treat her?
For me, I don't advise that you have to date a lot of girls here, since you are not ready to marry yet.
Right.
But if you are ready to marry, choose somebody who are willing to be with you in the end of the day.
And you're willing to be with them. And you look at them like, oh my gosh, I can't believe that she would want to be with me, and she treats me like this, rather than treat her like, you know, hey, I need a sandwich. Hey, go make my dinner. Hey, you didn't mop the floor today. Hey, let's get on this stuff and get it done. We know a guy like that. I won't say his name, but he lives close by, and he treated all of his girlfriends like that, and they would only stay for a few months, and they just get sick of him.
Sometimes a year.
Move out, yeah. And they would just get sick of him and move on, because I mean, he was just, you know, if your cheese wasn't right the way it was supposed to be in the refrigerator, then you were going to hear trash about it. If you didn't wash the dish exactly and put it exactly back in the same drawer, exactly where you had it, you were going to catch flack about it. Who wants to live with somebody like that? You need to live by yourself and just hire a maid.
Exactly, you just have to hire a maid.
Yeah.
Or somebody who are gonna clean your house.
Yeah. And if you want to have sex, you just find a girl that you want to have sex with.
You just have to pay for somebody.
But you know, guys, I made every mistake in the world. I came here too early after I met Ariel. We only dated a short time. I went back to America. I came back. I married her. I did everything wrong. If you want to go through Gio or Enrique's little list of what you should and shouldn't do, I made all the mistakes, but I made all the right mistakes.
The right mistake.
And she's a wonderful woman and gave me a wonderful, beautiful daughter, and we are just happy as we can be. And another thing I want to talk to you guys about, and I was talking to a friend about this morning, and okay, I'm 61 years old. I have a wife who's 24. Now, most of the guys that I know that are like that guy that you were talking about, they want their wife there with them or girlfriend with them 24/7 to fulfill all their needs they could possibly want or need. Ariel, on the other hand, ain't having that. She's 24 years old, and I got upset when she used to go out with her cousins and her friends and go out, you know, at 9, 10 o'clock at night and go have a little, you know, I mean, they're not out drinking or anything. They go and chit chat, take their own rice, buy a little meat, and sit around and talk and just enjoy the night. And I had to think back, you know, I was really angry at one point. I had to think back, what was I doing at 24 years old? I was out at the clubs, I was drinking, I was partying, and all she was doing is going and hanging out with her cousins. So, yeah, go ahead, go. You know, I just had to get over that. It gives me time. I can watch some TV, and hopefully I can knock Faith out early and she go to sleep. And, you know, and Ariel comes in and she washes Faith's bottles and makes too much noise, keeps me awake. But other than that, it's all good. But, you know, you just have to look at that. And I know guys that get upset, well, my wife's always hanging out with her family and over at their property and never here. Well, go over there with her. You know, I go up there we go up to Valencia. That's where the girls usually go and hang out, or down on the boulevard. I go with them when I can, when I have the energy to go. I mean, you're there to share your life together. So share your life together. Enjoy her friends. You know, it's a little annoying when you're sitting there and you're the only one that speaks English and everybody else speaks Visayan. I mean, they speak English, don't get me wrong, but they're going to chit-chat in Visayan just like you're going to chit-chat in English. Well, you guys are going to chit-chat in English too when all of us foreigners together. We're not going to try to talk in Visayan because it rolls off the tongue. It's just a lot easier to say, have a conversation. All the meanings are, you know, you get a lot of meanings mixed up in translation. It's hard to, you know, to transfer all that in your brain that fast. I speak Spanish too. I'm not great, but I speak Spanish too. And sometimes it's hard to get all that stuff in there and reverse it and stuff, you know, like instead of saying pretty girl, you'd say girl pretty in Spanish. You know, you just it
mixed up so much.
I have to talk much slower when I can talk in English like a New Yorker, but more like, you know, more like I rode the short bus to school when I talk in anything else.
Anyway, I want to share a story from a friend of ours also.
Okay.
And she has
You have friends? Oh, I'm sorry. I'm just kidding.
And she was dating with this guy before, and they lived together before in one house. And this guy always keeps sneaking out in the door, going to the bar, partying with friends, drunk and get wasted. He was doing that all over again until she found out one day. And then she said,
I gotta try that.
And then she said she wants to break up with him. And he said, no, you have to stay here and you have to clean the house. You have to.
This is a foreign guy with
yes.
Oh wow.
You have to serve me. You have to cook for me. And she finally decided that she wants to live with him. And then
she wants to leave him.
Yeah, okay. She wants to leave him. And then one day, he came back with her, and then she decided that, oh, okay, maybe he's maybe he changed his mind, or he's changed already.
Change his ways. Yeah.
Oh yeah, and then they come back together, and then a week later, and he kept doing the same thing.
Yep, of course.
And then she finally found out again.
He's sneaking out again.
And then she found out that she is worth it. And now
she figured out she's better than that.
Yep.
Right.
She know her worth, and that woman should valued.
Of course.
Not just being toyed with somebody or played with somebody that he wants to be with. And then now that she is happily
with somebody else. There you go.
Yep.
So you don't have to put up with that stuff, girls.
No.
If you're getting a guy treating you like garbage, move on. I mean, there is 1,000 foreigners always looking for a good woman to be with. And if you can be that woman, or you might want to be with a Filipino, whatever.
Exactly.
Maybe you find a good Filipino man that's going to treat you good. Don't put up with any crap from whether it's a Filipino, a foreigner, what country they're from, white, black, Asian, whatever. Just don't be treated like crap, because we only have a short time to live in this world, and you better enjoy it. And if I've known it from my past experience. If you're in a bad relationship, you're always feeling down, you're feeling depressed, you're feeling like you're not good enough, you feel like, just terrible. And why go through life like that? Who wants that kind of life? No, I don't. I know she don't.
I don't as well.
And you don't want your child to go through that kind of life. So if you're arguing and fighting and bickering all the time, and you have a child there, and you're thinking, well, I got to think about I'm going to stay with this guy because I'm going to think about my child. That's the best thing to do. Sometimes it's not. Sometimes living in a toxic relationship affects that child too, because if you're already arguing and fighting, bickering, I'm not saying throwing your marriage away or your relationship away for no reason. But if you're mentally getting abused or physically getting abused, and your child feels that, or they might be getting abused too, get out of it. Get away.
It's very toxic,
Yeah.
You just have to move on and find somebody who will accept you who you are.
For who you are.
Yeah.
And relish in that, and love you and respect you, and treat you like the princess or queen or whatever you are, because you are. You're a gem. Every woman is a gem, and
every woman is like to be kept.
Yeah, every woman likes to be taken care of and feels secure and supported. I had a good friend of mine back in the USA, a female, and she said, it doesn't matter what you look like, what size you are, what this or that. If you're a woman, you're a woman, and you have great attributes to share with someone. And if you're a man, you have great attributes to share with someone. And share those attributes, share the good part of you, and try to become a better person or whatever, but don't accept anybody treating you like you're less than human, or less than they are. I mean, who are you? You were born from a woman, and you go back into the ground and you're dust, and you have that short period of time to live in this world. Be happy.
Yep.
Don't waste it.
Because you deserve all the love that you need in this world.
Right. And ergo, I got this screwed up face, and she still loves me and kisses on me and hugs me and treats me like, treats
you the same person like yesterday.
Right, like I was before. And it makes me feel good. But when I was back home in USA, well, I won't say that's home anymore, this is home, but when I was there, I was so depressed, and I had anxiety, and I felt terrible. I wanted to be with a person that loves me, and I want to be with my daughter who loves me, and I want to enjoy my life. And I'm enjoying my life here now. I'm getting around a lot better. My eyes not quite as buggy as it used to be, and I can walk around in the house and on flat surfaces without a cane. And she encourages me to do all that. When I say, "Hey, honey, I can put my arm up like this now," and she's like, "Yay, you can do it, honey." I mean, That's the kind of person you want to be with, not somebody that says, oh, look at you, you're walking with a cane. I'm embarrassed to be with you anymore. You know, and I could imagine my ex-wife, if this would have happened to me, she would have been gone the next day. I'm not going to deal with that. I'm going to take all the money out of the bank first, and then I'm going to be gone the next day.
Crazy.
So what else have you got to say about this? What is your opinion? Okay, say you wasn't with me and you met a guy and he was pushing you, hey, I want my dinner at 6 p.m. I want my breakfast on the table by 7:30 p.m. I want to be woken up by my nap at 3:30. I want you to give me a bath at 6 p.m. and I want you to do this and that. Well, is that somebody you want to be with?
No, I would leave his ass and go find somebody.
Everybody says, she's so sweet and kind. Yeah, you make her mad, you don't see the real. There you go. Yeah, I know you'd leave him.
Oh yeah, nobody's gonna
put up with that.
Yeah.
And
Not even the Filipinos.
You know, I mean, okay, say you were with your ex and they were cheating on you and they were treating you bad and all this stuff, and then you come to a country and you find this sweet, wonderful lady, and she treats you like a king and do anything for you. If you start abusing that, you're just, I don't know what to say about it.
Because you know what, if the man does, if he's a cheater or if he's a good guy, it will reflect to the other person.
Yeah, of course.
Especially you, if you're a good guy.
Right.
Of course, you're a good guy. It will reflect to the other person or to the other Western guy.
Yeah. Oh, I can get away with that. I can treat my girlfriend or my wife like that. Oh, look what he does. No.
Exactly.
Because not all girls are going to fuck with your crap. I know this one wouldn't. when I didn't want her to go out with her friends, and I said, you got a husband and a wife here, why are you always out with your friends? She goes, well, I'm not going to live in a prison because that's no fun. So you
have to balance.
Yeah, you have to balance it out.
Balance your family and balance your friends.
Right. And I mean, just think of yourself as a man when you were 24 years old. What were you out doing? You know, I happened to be married and had some responsibilities, but I would still go and hang out with my boys, and we'd go drinking and partying and stay out half the night.
Oh, see?
I many times I got off on like a Thursday night. We got paid early, which was a bad mistake on our boss's part. We would go out and drinking all night, and I would show up for work the next day with the same clothes on I had that I left with, and probably had slept it all and drunken a monkey, and they're trying to work. So, yeah, we've all done some crazy stuff when we was young, but she doesn't drink. She doesn't, she doesn't party. She's not going to be smoking weed or getting high.
No.
Or hanging out with other guys. And she's always got her cousins with her. They'd tell on her in a minute, so she couldn't get in no trouble. But,
I'm a straight wife.
yes, and that's hard to find, especially nowadays. I don't care what country you're from. It's hard to find a good woman. And if you find her, you treat her like gold, because they aren't a dime a dozen anymore like
there
they used to
is
be.
only few that are left to be kept.
And you'll find many of them here just because there are literally thousands upon thousands, 100,000s, probably single ladies in here. You go up to a province or something, you find you a nice girl, and you treat her well, and you can look like this and still have a beautiful woman. Look at her. I mean, good Lord, I never dreamt that at 61 that I would have a beautiful wife like this, you know? And I don't really look at her age like she's that young. She doesn't act like a little, I was watching a girl today. Me and a friend of mine went to breakfast up in Valencia. And
you were staring here?
Yeah, of course. I was staring at this girl. I won't say why, but anyway, she was just acting so kiddish. And I was thinking to myself, God, I could not put up with that. I don't care how beautiful she is. I couldn't put up with somebody just, I couldn't do it. It'd be like dealing with one of my daughters all over again. I don't want to be like that or live like that. And our friend Roy just did a video with his wife talking about, you know, this kind of the age gap relationships. And there's 20-something years between them. And but check out his channel, Married to a Filipina. Roy and Christine.
Roy and Christine and Ish.
And Ish, yeah, her son Ish. Well, their son. But anyway, guys, thank you for tuning in.
And thank you so much for watching our videos. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and share to our videos. Or hit the bell notification below for more videos.
Yeah, to make sure you get every one, because we're so talented. You definitely want to check out us on every video. But anyway, guys, thank you for our regular supporters and subscribers that are always with us, always commenting, always, you know, just helping us out. They're just awesome people. And then there's those not so awesome people, which Paul calls his ever-expanding cast of crazy people or something like that. But anyway, we're all going to get those. We'll see you on the next video, guys.
All right. See you on our next video.
We love you. See you.